Greetings. It is forward bends and twists. That's the call for today. Many forward bends, many twists. So of course we're looking at the lower back, the lower spinal column, hamstrings, and the like, and also the core. So I'm not focusing too much on the core, but you know when you really need to keep the core in and keep the support there. We're starting on our feet today. We're not going to be on an ad just yet. One side note, we will be doing legs up the wall at the very end of the session. So if you've got some wall space to take your Viparita Karate, great. If not, you can do it in the middle of the mat. We'll go through that in a minute as well. All right, so let's get started. Wrist, shoulders, how you feeling today? Yeah, get some of the kinks worked out. Nothing too major here. So if you've been up and moving all day, or if you're just rolling out of bed, this always works well just to see what's happening. Okay, Tadasana, nice easy Tadasana. Feet are together or slightly apart if you're losing some balance here. If you want to work on your balance, go ahead and bring those feet together. Lift all 10 toes up. Try to spread the toes out. Really try and literally spread the toes here. Working on the inner arches as well. Toes are out and down onto the mat. Legs are firm, stomach is in. Chest is soft. Shoulders, bring them up. Take them back. Drop them down. Fingers are energized towards the floor. Chin is slightly tucked. Great. Give me 3 breaths right here. We're using our Ujjayi pranayama breath. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. But when you breathe in, fill up the chest. Bring in a little more air than normal. Then as you exhale, use that diaphragm. Bring it up and into the cavity as you push a little more air out. One more breath in. And as you exhale, hands can come onto the legs and slowly do a forward fold. Keep the knees soft, especially if you have a bad back. As you reach for the mat, top of the feet or the shins. Losing your balance here, take the feet apart a little bit. Keep the head relaxed. And like I said, if you can't reach the mat, don't sweat it. Don't fight it just yet. Keep the knees soft and those hands can rest on the shins. All right, come up halfway. Give me a flat back. This time your hands really can brace on the legs. Bring the chest forward, shoulders away from the ears. Core is in. Inhale. Exhale, slide the hands down the legs again, reaching for the mat. Head relaxed. And let your head and arms hang while you roll up slowly. I'm bending my knees a little more as we do a nice bit of a funky roll up here. Great. Breath and movement. Let's inhale the arms up the center line towards the ceiling. Inhale the whole way. Exhale, forward fold. So as you exhale, we're folding over. Keep the knees soft. Great. Halfway up with the breath. We're going to hang here for 2 extra breaths here. So really elongate the torso. Imagine that you have a tea tray on your back. Don't want to spill the tea. Inhale again. Exhale, forward fold. Nice. And reverse your swan dive. Lift up, reach up, inhale the whole way. Exhale, forward fold, swan dive down. So far, so good. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reverse your swan dive, lift up, reach up. Exhale your arms to the sides. Great. Hey, let's do a back bend, an easy back bend, but I want you to use the shoulders with this back bend. So lift your shoulders up. Roll them to the back, and as you roll them back, lift the heart towards the ceiling. Your core is coming in, heart's lifting, shoulder blades are coming together, and we take our gaze slightly higher than the horizon line there, so we're not cranking the neck back either. Lots of work in the shoulders, and you feel the compression in the lower back and the opening of the chest. One breath here. As you exhale, roll the shoulders forward again and relax. Nice. Let's work on the sides. You can take your feet, hips width apart, left arm lift, and really use the hips here, folks. Push the hips to the left. Bring the torso down. Keep that left arm active as it comes over the head. You can even turn the head a little bit, looking past the left arm towards the ceiling. That right hand, right arm's just hanging out. You can brace it against the leg if you like. Keep pushing the hips to the left. Keep that left arm active. Yeah, you're going to feel it all down the left side here. Good. One more breath. On the exhale, bring the torso up. Keep the left arm there, bring the right arm up, and drop the left. Nice. Now, when I talk about moving the hips, I don't want you to just collapse the torso. Get the hips engaged. Push the hips to the right, torso comes down to the left. That's it. If anything, I want the top shoulder, your right shoulder, to roll back. It's only a few centimeters, and you take your gaze a little higher on the plane. Once again, keep the right arm active, reaching over to the left side. Keep the hips pushing to the right side. That's it. Give me 2 more breaths here. 1 more breath in. We're going 1 more breath and lift the arm. Ooh, and exhale as the right arm comes down to the side. Great. So far, so good. Hey, let's try a standing twist. I'm going to move just a little closer here. So from Tadasana, take your left leg, cross it over the right. So your left leg crosses over the right. Bring the arms up. They're parallel to the floor. And we're going to twist to the left. Nice and easy. Twist, twist, twist. Your head comes last. Just go where you can with this one. Nice. We're going to hold here for 3 breaths. One more breath. And as you exhale, come back to center. Keep the arms there. Uncross and cross the right leg over the left. Get your balance here. And let's twist the torso to the right. Nice, easy twist. Doesn't matter how far you can. Just go where you can with this one. The head just follows along. Don't try to force the neck to go any further than what it's happening on its own plane, on its own accord. But you do need to keep the core in, work on your balance. 2 more breaths. 1 more. And as you exhale, come back to center. Keep the arms there. Undo the leg. Let's do 1 more set. Cross the left leg over the right. And we twist to the left. Twist, hold and breathe. Give me 2 breaths. And on that second exhale, come back to center and keep moving the twist to the right. Slightly different sensation here. Oh yeah, we got this. Shoulders are burning, I get it, I feel it. 1 more breath. On the exhale, come back to center and undo the legs. 1 more. Cross the right leg over the left and we twist to the left. Nice, easy twist to the left. I can go a little further in this side. Nice. Give me 1 more breath here. And on that exhale, twist back to center and to the right. As we twist to the right, good. Yeah, this is a little different here. Give me 1 more breath. And on the exhale, come back to center, undo the legs, and now undo the arms. Shake them off. Oh, feel the burn on that one. Good. Okay, standing cat-cows. Now, the regular cat-cows we do on the mat, and I'll demonstrate for the cat-cows. We're normally on all 4s. We lift our head and inhale, then exhale, but we're going to do this standing. So for this, you can actually take the hands on top of the thighs and just rest them there. And we're going to hunch forward, literally hunch forward with our exhale. Shoulders are going to come forward. And as you inhale, roll the shoulders back and out and lift the heart up. And we're working the compression in that low back with our inhale. Then as you exhale, roll the shoulders forward. Inhale. Let's go. Let's do it. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You can exaggerate that movement. On the inhale, exhale. And I'm rolling the pelvis in. Inhale. Rolling the tailbone up and out. Exhale. Rolling shoulders forward, pelvis in. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. And bring it to neutral, shake it off. Okay. Woo. Utkatasana, chair pose. Most of us might be a little more comfortable if the feet are slightly apart on this one. If you're beyond the beginner stage and well into the intermediate side, go ahead and keep those feet together with this one, please. Let's get started by inhaling the arms up. Keep the hands, shoulders width apart, that's fine. And sit down into your invisible chair. Now, for those of you in Ashtanga or some other postures, other forms of yoga, or you just want to work on shoulders, you can bring the fingers together, release the index finger, and then keep those biceps near the ears. That's how far back you're pulling the arms. Oh yeah, great chest opener, working on shoulders as well. This isn't going to be good for everybody, so the average person, yeah, keep your hands about shoulders width apart. We're still working into the quadriceps, the biggest muscles of the body, as we sit down a little more. Make sure you're not scrunching the toes. The weight is in the heels. Inhale one more time. Exhale, forward fold as you reach for the mat and lengthen the legs. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise. Reverse your swan dive. Lift the arms up. And again, number 2, sit down into chair pose. Nice. This time, really feel the weight going into the heels. Should be able to lift and wiggle the toes a bit here. If this is too much for your shoulders at this point, arms are parallel to the floor or hands at heart center. You did a lot of work on shoulders there, I get it. So do what's going to work for you today. Inhale, exhale, forward fold, reaching for the mat. Come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise, arms come up. This time, bring the palms together. Exhale the hands down your center line. So your palms are together in prayer position, down to your heart center, and let's sit. Yep, this is our Thunderbolt prayer twist, as I like to call it. All right, let's twist initially to the right side. So we twist the torso to the right. That left elbow can rest on the right leg. It doesn't have to, though. If your elbow's nowhere near that leg, just keep the torso up, keep the twist action going on. That's the important part for today's session. So yeah, still working the larger muscles there in the quads, weight still in the heels. But now we're twisting, we're breathing. One more breath. On that exhale, come to center. Let's go to the left. Twist to the left. That's it. The feet stay at 12 o'clock. Do not move the feet, folks. Keep that twisting action as far as you can to the left. Keep the hips down, keep those hips lower than your shoulders, please. That's it, one more breath. And on the exhale, come back to center. Give me one more breath in. Exhale, forward fold as you lengthen the legs and reach for the mat. Nice, and roll up slowly. I'm gonna bend those knees as I come up, protecting the lower back. As you come up to center, hands to hips. You can do a small back bend. Pelvis forward, lift the heart. Nice. And come up to center, shake it off. Okay. Padangusthasana. A deep forward fold where typically we use our peace fingers to grab our big toes. Alternately, if you cannot reach your big toes, you can grab your ankles or any part of your foot, shins, or clasp your hands behind your legs. Any and all of that is absolutely good. Okay, let's start with hands on hips. Inhale, lean back a little. Exhale, forward fold, and release the hands to the mat. So my peace fingers are going on my big toes. If you can't reach your toes, you know the alternate signs. And sure, you can do a slight bend in the knees. That's absolutely groovy, especially if you have really tight hamstrings. All right, wherever you have your grip, inhale, look towards the top of the mat. Exhale and pull. Yeah, at that point, release the head. Just let your head relax. You're looking at your knees or your shins. Maybe you're kissing your knees or your shins. Maybe your face is planted in your legs. You're folding forward. You're pulling your torso down a little more. Breath is a little restricted. Do what you can here. If you get any type of cramp in your solar plexus, just come on out of this. Couple of more breaths. We're doing good. Let the biceps work hard as you pull. Pull and pull. Release your grip. Bend the knee softly. Roll up slowly. Nice and easy. Bring it out all the way. One more back bend. Easy back bend. Hands can come on the hips. Push the pelvis forward. Lift the heart. Nice. And bring it forward and release the arms. Okay. Next series. This will be a warrior one. We'll do a small twist. Then we'll do a wide leg forward fold. So let's start this posture into Dasana, mountain pose. With a deep inhalation, bring the arms up and take the right leg and step it back into warrior one. It's not of a challenge there, working on balance by lifting the arms first. But we want to make sure the chest and pelvis are favoring the front of the mat. To favor the front, slight bend in the left leg. The outer edge of the right foot is pressing into the mat. Fingers are energized. That's right. Think jazz hands, folks, as your fingers reach up towards the ceiling. And with a deep inhalation, feel the chest expand, the core comes in. Even as you exhale, keep the fingers engaged, reaching. This is a very active posture called Warrior One. Or for you Sanskrit junkies, Virabhadrasana 1. All right, give me one more breath in. And on the exhale, release the hands to the hips. Take your left hand to your left knee. If you can't reach your left knee, anywhere on top of that leg will be fine. Okay, my right hand's on the right hip, and we're going to twist to the right. We're twisting away from the front leg, looking over the right shoulder, maybe towards the wall right behind you. Keep the torso as tall as possible. Try not to lean forward or back. And in any particular direction, just keep the torso tall. You may feel this in that back leg, this twisting action. We're here for 2 more breaths. One more breath in. And on the exhale, twist back to the center. Woo, nice. Inhale again. And on the exhale, lift the left foot, rotate it to the right. So now, this is a wide leg forward fold, Vasudita Padastasana. Make sure you pitch into the feet. So the toes are coming in, heels are going out. Hands are still on the hips. This is a wide leg forward fold where the crown of the head comes close to the mat. Let's do it. Inhale, lean back a little. Exhale, forward fold. And you release the hands towards the mat. If you're not touching the mat or nowhere near the mat, those hands can rest on the legs, or if you have a block handy, you can use the block to make up the difference between your hands and the floor. All right. Feel free to take those feet open a little more as necessary. Try to keep the legs long. Keep them tight. Don't want you to slip here. For those of you that can, take the crown of the head to the mat. Go ahead and make that happen, please. Remember, your hands are aligned with the feet. Hands are about shoulders width apart. Crown of the head goes right in between the hands. If that's not happening this summer, don't worry about it. Go where you can. Have some fun with it. But keep your eyes open. Don't lose your perspective here. Couple of more breaths. We're doing good. One more breath in. And as you exhale, walk those hands forward. Try to get yourself a flat back. I love using a block at this point. Putting my hands on a block. Okay, we're going to do a twist if you hadn't figured it out. Take that left hand, left hip. Right hand's on the floor or maybe on a block. However high you want that block. And let's twist the torso to the left. That's it. So that left hand stays on the hip, or you can take that left arm up. It's your choice. If you're having shoulder issues, though, let's keep your left hand on the hip. You'll be fine. That's good. Keep this twist emanating from the lower abdominal region. So don't force the neck. Don't force yourself to look up towards your ceiling. Just let that head come where it's going to go naturally. Well, not so much naturally, where there's no tension. One more breath. And on your exhale, release your hands back to the mat. Heel toe the feet together. Heel toe the feet together. Bend the knees a little bit while you're doing this and roll up slowly. And step it out. Okay, let's do the other side. We'll start in Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, bring the arms up. And take the left leg back to warrior one. So the left foot steps back. I'm stepping back a little further than some of you might. So, make it your posture here, no matter what. Chest and pelvis favor the front. So if you have to move that right foot and move it over to the right a little bit, go ahead and do it. Fingers are energized, you're reaching, heart lifts towards the ceiling. Great. So feel that energy in the outer edge of the left foot. You're keeping that left leg active. You feel as if that pressure is rolling onto the outer edge of that left foot. That's what we want. If nothing else, left hip, nice and tight, folks. Fingers are reaching up. Slight bend in the front leg. This is warrior one. Here we go. Inhale. Exhale. Groovy. One more inhale. And on your exhale, hands to hips. Everything else stays the same. Let's take the right hand to the right leg. My hand's actually going to the right knee. And we're going to twist to the left, to the outside. Oh yeah. I feel as if I can twist a little deeper in this particular posture. And I'm looking clearly over the back of my mat. Go where you can on this one. Try to make sure the torso is nice and tall. If you have an inclination to want to lean forward, no. Keep the torso tall as you can with this one. Good. Even my left hand is acting as a brace, and my left shoulder's rolling back a bit. That's it. One more breath, please. And on the exhale, come back to center. Woo! Lift up the right toes, turn to the left. And now we're facing the left side of the mat. Let's do Pasadita Padasana one more time. This time, optional, clasp the hands behind your back. Inhale, lean back, extend the arms. Exhale, forward fold. If this isn't working for you, just bring your hands down center line as you did before. You may not come down as far with this one. That's fine. Go where you can. Have some fun with it. Thank you, Rain, for the breath. Rain's breathing nicely over there. There we go. Hey, ultimately, those wrists will be on the floor over your head. Well, I have a ways to go. Some of you may already be there. That's awesome. We all do what we can here. 2 more breaths, please. Last one in. If your hands are over your head, release them, please, to the mat. Nice. Let's walk the hands forward until we get a bit of a flat back. That's the best way I like to describe it. Walk the hands forward until you have a relatively flat back. Let's take the right hand to your right hip and twist to the right. Twist to the right. Once again, optional here. Keep the right hand on the hip or extend it up towards the ceiling. Your choice in this posture. Not the easiest thing to do, I know, so have some fun with it. Reach and breathe. We've got 2 more breaths, folks. 2 more breaths. Last one. On the exhale, release the hands to the mat. Heel toe the feet together. Bend the knee softly and let's roll up. Okay. Shake it off. Coming up next, Parivrtta Narahasana. So Parivrtta Narahasana, it's one of the names given for it. We're going to just balance on one leg, lift the other leg, and twist. So let me face the camera with this one. With this balancing posture, you're more than welcome to get a chair or a wall if you need to balance a little better here. Let's start balancing on the left leg. So the left leg is strong. I'm going to bend the right leg, bringing the right knee up. My arms are up. I call them cactus arms. We got it. Looks good. So we're balancing here, and now we're going to twist. Twist to the right. Nice and easy. Don't fight it here. May not be able to twist as far and keep your balance as before. Sounds good. Looks good. Here for 2 more breaths. And on that exhale, the second breath, come back to center and release the right leg. Keep your arms up. Let's keep this going. All right, your right leg is nice and sound and sturdy on the mat. Lift the left leg up, left knee comes up. About 90 degrees. If you can't bring that knee all the way up, even if your toes are on the mat, that's fine. You can even put your toes on a block. So think about that. If you've got a block or something similar, you can just put your toes on. I'll do this from the side. That's absolutely fine as well, okay? You can still do this posture, and you're still balancing in a sense. Okay, let's twist to the left. My slightly tighter side here. We're balancing on that right leg. Left knee is lifted, and we're twisting. If this isn't a pretzel move, I don't know what is. One more breath. Exhale, come back to center, and release everything. Whew. I like that a lot. I think we should only do it one more time. Okay, we'll get creative this time though. Let's balance on the left leg, bring the right leg up, arms are up, and twist to the right. That's it. Don't worry, 2 more breaths. It's 2 breaths right here. And on that exhale of the second breath, come back to center and let's do airplane. Try not to let that right foot touch the mat. We extend the right leg behind us. Torso comes down while the arms fold back to the sides. That's it, looking good. Just come down where you can. Keep your core, your stomach engaged to support that low back. 1 more breath. And on the exhale, bring the torso up to Tadasana. That was easy. Let's try it again on the other side. Ground down on the right leg, lift your left leg up, arms come up, cactus arms as I call them, and let's twist to the left. Twist to the left. We're twisting towards the leg. Yes, you can twist in either direction. It's just what I've decided to do for this session. Twisting towards the leg. We've twisted away from the leg earlier, if you've forgotten already. Okay, 1 more breath. On that exhale, come back to center. You got it. Don't let that left foot touch the mat. Take it back slowly for airplane. So my leg extends, my torso comes down, then my arms extend beside me. From the side, you might look like a T in the state of Texas. Don't worry, you don't have to look like a T in the state of Texas. Come down to where you can for today. Just enjoy it, have some fun of it, and recover. Shake it off. Okay. All right, no surprises for this one. Warrior 1, Warrior 2, Warrior 3. From Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale the arms up. Take your right leg back to Warrior 1. Great. Remember this one, we've already been here before. So from Warrior 1, let's open to Warrior 2. You twist a little to the right, arms open up. And this way, chest and pelvis favor the right side of the mat. Hands are parallel to the mat, and you're looking over the left hand. This is Virabhadrasana 2. All right, let's give it a shot. Do what you can on this one. This is Warrior 3. Take the right arm to the front, and I'm going to come onto my right toes. My right heel is up, and I'm going to take it easy and drag that right foot up a little bit. Then I'm going to lengthen that left leg. Right leg comes up. It's like airplane, but my arms are in front. Warrior 3. You got this. 1 more breath. On the exhale, recover to Tadasana. Woo. Thank you, Rain. All right, let's do it again. Inhale, arms come up. Step your left leg back to Warrior 1. Groovy. Get settled here for 1 more breath into our best posture of Warrior 1. Inhale, exhale to Warrior 2. We twist a little to the left. My feet actually open up a little more. Groovy. All right, from Warrior number 2, let's take that left arm, bring it to the front. I'm bringing my left heel up, and I'm trying not to move that front leg. I'm just gonna lean forward, and then lift the left leg. Let's do it. It's airplane, not airplane. It's Warrior 3. If it's too much on your shoulders, just bring the arms back, or maybe keep one arm in front. That's it. 1 more breath. Nice, and recover. Whew. Okay, boot camp, not quite, but it may feel like it. We're coming down to the mat. Go ahead and get some water, please, if you need to. Should always keep some water nearby. And drinking before class is always a good idea. Water. Well, you know, whatever. All right, let's start in Dandasana, staff pose. We're seated on the mat. Torso is nice and tall, legs extended in front. Flex the feet. So the heels, you're pushing the heels to the front of the mat, toes are coming back at you. But we're almost as if we're seated at attention. Core is in, shoulders are back and down, chin is slightly tucked. So far, so good. And from here, just relax just a little bit. It doesn't mean to slump altogether. Let's do a twist. We're gonna twist to the right. Keep the torso tall. My right hand, right arm is keeping that torso, my torso as tall as possible as I look over the right shoulder. You may feel as if you're twisting a little deeper with each twist that we do. Come back to center. Let's go to the left. As we take our gaze over the left shoulder. Hang here and breathe. And come back to center. Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. If you're unable to reach your toes, get a strap, please. Put that strap over the feet, or you can use a towel or a blanket. If you're good to go. Also, if you're having some back or really tight hamstring issues, bend the knees a little bit. You know the score. Everything else concerned, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. If you can reach beyond your feet, great. You can use a block to go deeper. Always try to go a little deeper in your practice. Get a good grip, use your breath. As you exhale, maybe you can come forward a little deeper. Use the breath. It works. Keep your eyesight on your feet or beyond your feet. Don't look at your waistline. The furthest down I want you to look is at the mat right underneath your eyes, and that's only if your face is really close to your legs. If it's not, don't sweat it. Keep your eyesight on the feet or looking further as we work to extend and lengthen the back. Feeling good, folks. Okay, we're doing good. Give me a couple of more breaths right here. And recover. Release your grip. Roll up slowly. Ooh. Hands come next to the hips. Roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Lift the heart towards the ceiling. And recover. All right, folks. As I promised, Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. If you have a spot on the wall to do it, go ahead and do it now. Everyone else, if you're not sure about this, it means exactly that, legs up the wall. If you don't have any any room on your wall to do this, lie down on your backs and bring the legs up, maybe one at a time. And you're golden. You're here. This is it. Quite literally doing this against the wall. Now, if you're in the middle of your mat, middle of your room, you might consider using a block or a blanket underneath the tailbone. Just a little extra oomph on that, just a little extra support will make it easier. It'll feel easier to keep the legs up. Now from this posture, keep your eyesight on your pedicure. Don't look anywhere else. We don't want you to take a chance on damaging the neck. So just keep your eyes comfortably forward and maybe soft. Now for those of you on the wall, or if you think you can get to a wall, you might try by sitting next to the wall, actually put your hip on the wall, or the outer edge of your closest hip to the wall. And then from there, roll down onto your back and bring the hips, the legs up. It works easier this way. If you do it from out there, you have to do the boot scoot or the butt scoot as it is to get your hips onto the wall. You should have some hip action on the wall along with the calves and the heels. And from here, you're still welcome to put some support underneath your hips. It works just as well here as it does in the middle of the floor. So we'll leave that up to you. Okay, the wonderful thing about this posture, that it's easy to relax. Very easy to relax. One other side note about the legs, you can bind the legs, and you can bind the legs with a strap. I know, going a little kinky here, but you can bind the legs with a strap or a towel, and that'll give you a bit of a feel of comfort that the legs just won't fall open on you if you lose your concentration, because it takes a little bit of concentration to keep the legs where they're at on the wall. And you can even do this when you're in the middle of the floor as well. All right, we're here for a few more breaths. If you're in the middle of the floor, feel free to bring your legs down at any time. If it gets a little bit much for you. Give me 3 more breaths in this posture, please, wherever you're at, middle of the mat or on the wall, or if you're in Savasana, you're fine there. 1 more breath in. And on that last exhale, if your eyes were closed, go ahead and open them up. If you're on the wall, go ahead and bend your legs into the chest. If you're in the middle of the floor doing legs up the wall, go ahead and bend your legs again, bring your knees into your chest. If you're on the wall, roll to the right, and we'll join everybody else already on the mat with their legs in an Apanasana. Squeeze the legs in. And now release the legs, keep the legs bent, and just drop them to the left. That's right, our last twist, it's Jathana Pranati, our supine twist. So the right shoulder stays on the mat, knees drop over to the left. If you need more oomph in your twist, kick that top leg out. And if it's too much to extend the top leg, keep the leg bent and just bring the knee higher on the plane. So far, so good. Your Ujjayi pranayama breath is disengaged at this point. Just breathe regularly here as you look over the right shoulder. Give me 1 more breath. And on the exhale, bring the knees in and to the other side. Keep your left shoulder on the mat and take your gaze over the left shoulder. You feel the stretch not only from the low back, but from your core at this point. Easy, relaxed breaths here. Eyes are still open. Forward bend and twist. We did quite a bit of work for this session. And one at a time, we're together. Bring those legs up. We're going to do Apanasana 1 more time. Bring the knees in, arms on top or behind the knees, and squeeze it. You can even rock a little bit left and right. And from here, roll to the right, and let's come up to a comfortable seated posture. Any seated posture is fine. We'll take a few breaths in a quiet, easy breath, meditative stance. This is, of course, Sukhasana. Sit how you would like in a comfortable seated posture. Breath is relaxed. You can do a scan of the body, find out what's happening. From the toes, the knees, the core, the shoulders. Easy breaths. Forward bends and twists. Good stuff today. With a deep inhalation, bring the arms up and overhead. Palms come together. Exhale the breath as the hands come down. Pass your third eye to your heart center. On your continuing journey, remember always to remain kind, remain gentle, and always remember to stay fearless. Thank you, everybody, for a great session today. Thank you, and namaste.